Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As Steffi implements a plan, Carter and Hope receive an unexpected visitor. Steffi and Eric find out at the Forrester mansion that Brooke almost knocked Taylor over on her way out after slapping Ridge. Steffi questions her identity. According to Taylor, she simply took over as CEO in order to regain control of the business. Eric believes she should have left when they did, and Steffi thinks that's rubbish. Ridge claims she deceived them. Brooke's desire to treat Hope and Carter like children is a source of Eric's complaints. They see right through it, according to Steffi. And it all starts with my return to Forrester Creations, she says, referring to her strategy to overthrow them. Hope and Carter are excited about their new scent line and canoodle at Forrester. They greet Fanny as she returns to the office. Fanny is certain that she can provide them with precisely what they desire. Fanny believes it would be a pleasure to work with the company when they begin evaluating perfumes. Carter is informed that Daphne Rose has entered the premises at that very moment. Gripping, Fanny asks, "The Daphne Rose? Paris's most famous nose?" Carter, Fanny, Hope, B&B. Luna hears Electra, Will, and Bill talk about Remy and how fortunate Electra was to have Will by her side at Bill's house. Luna makes a sound when she bumps into a statue. What was that? Will frowns. Bill asserts that he heard nothing. Perhaps it was one of his employees, Electra thinks. Bill shows Will to the door after she gives the house a praise and says they'll have lunch this week. After saying it was good to meet Electra, he shuts the door. Luna shows up and says she's sorry for slamming into the planter. Bill is furious that she needs to use greater caution. Nobody is aware that she is under house arrest there. Does that make sense? Luna gives a nod. Will is informed by Electra in Forrester's design office that his father is extremely courteous. It's not something Will hears very frequently. He was calmer than she had anticipated, according to Electra. He normally doesn't shut up, Will scoffs. He knows his dad liked her. Electra acknowledges feeling anxious. Since he doesn't have a good reputation at Forrester, Will cautions her against paying attention to what others have to say about him. He regrets being by himself in that large house. Electra is excited to learn more about Will's father. Will remarks that his father is enigmatic and jokes, "Me too." Electra will B&B. He and Luna discuss her attempt to kiss him at Bill's house. He doesn't feel that way about her, Bill informs her. He has always viewed her as his daughter. Luna smiles. Bill wishes to assist her. He already has, she says. Bill is eager to do more. He wants to help her soar by taking her under his wing. He could as well have been in her position. I want to now assist someone who is experiencing a similar circumstance. You are that person. Hope tells Carter about Daphne Rose at Forrester's main office. As she passes her and enters the office, Fanny looks on in wonder. Carter admits to the woman that he was unaware of her arrival. What brings her by? Asks Hope. Carter asks whether she's there to present, but she responds, "I'm here to help you." "Do you have any samples for us?" asks Hope. Daphne tosses her neck scarf around after removing it. The enchanting aroma astounds Carter and Hope. Carter exclaims, "Wow, it's gorgeous." Daphne responds, "Forrester," and leaves after saying she will be in town for a few days. She informs Fanny in the hallway that the account belongs to her and advises her to leave immediately if she wishes to work in Paris once more. Fanny happily takes her place. Carter questions Rose's sudden appearance in the office. Eric tells Steffi at the Forrester estate that he appreciates her commitment to the business. Ridge cautions that they must handle this properly and let the attorneys handle it. They don't have that much time, so Steffi thinks it will take years. She'll return and be friendly. Although she claims to be there to safeguard her riches, her true purpose is to stab them in the heart for their treachery. They discuss Carter's hypocrisy. And I know exactly how to do it. Steffi claims they ought to be imprisoned for stealing the business. Eric guarantees that Justin is investigating all legal options. The less they know about Steffi's strategy, the better. Ridge smiles and says, "I'm going to undermine Hope and Carter, but in a creative way." Steffi Ridge Taylor B&B. Luna is adamant that the girl who killed Tom and Hollis is no longer at Bill's. It felt like she was out of body when she vented her suffering on other people. She is extremely appreciative and will always thank him. Bill anticipates that she will adhere to her home arrest and follow the guidelines. There's a reason she wears the ankle monitor. Bill informs her that he will return after going to the workplace. When Luna is by herself, she approaches and looks thoughtfully at a picture of Bill and Will. Electra tells Will that he is her hero in the design office. She says she never wants to let him go as they embrace. Hope and Carter concur in the main office that Daphne's scent is just what they're searching for. They apologize for Rose interrupting Fanny's time when she returns. Fanny exhorts them to seize the opportunity to collaborate with her. It must be their lucky day, Carter believes. I hope Carter B&B. When Daphne enters the Cliff home and gives Steffi a hug, Steffi takes a breath and turns. She expresses gratitude for her visit. "Anything for you?" Daphne asks. Steffi is happy to learn she got the job. What is that scent, she wonders, taking another breath. It's intoxicating. Forrester. Steffi ought to have known. Daphne says. And your other mission, she says. Carter is really attractive, isn't he? In Paris, no man can withstand her. How about Carter Walton? He will be putty in her hands, according to Daphne. Carter finally discovers true love after Daphne's romance? Carter Walton has long been a character whose romantic dreams appear unattainable in the complex web of love and treachery that characterizes the bold and the beautiful. He has repeatedly been the target of betrayal, deception, and broken trust. However, as the year progresses, a newcomer to the scene, Daphne, may at last provide Carter the stability and genuine love he so sorely longs for. Despite its own set of difficulties, their developing romance promises to be a tale of passion, atonement, and the hope for a happily ever after that has so frequently evaded Carter. Carter's romantic past, a heartbreaking path. One must first examine Carter's turbulent love background in order to comprehend the significance of Daphne's entrance into his life. Carter has endured some of the most heartbreaking betrayals in the history of Bold and the Beautiful, as a man who has always shown his emotions. Carter's romantic decisions have frequently led him down paths of pain, from his tragic affair with Quinn Fuller to his disastrous relationship with Maya Avant, whose groundbreaking story was a turning point in the history of the program. Deep scars were left, especially from the encounter with Quinn. Although their passion was intense, it was doomed from the beginning because Quinn was married to Eric Forrester. Knowing the hazards, Carter chose to sacrifice everything for the relationship, which left him emotionally spent and alone when it eventually failed. Carter is wondering if he will ever meet someone who genuinely knows and loves him because of this pattern of unrequited love and misdirected allegiance. Introducing Daphne, a fresh spark. It is quite coincidental that Daphne ended up in Carter's life. Daphne, a recent arrival to the Forrester Creations universe, is a self-assured, aspirational woman with a shadowy history. She was first brought on board as a consultant for an impending global campaign, but her innate charisma and excellent sense of style soon make her a valuable member of the Forrester team. She and Carter have an indisputable chemistry from the first minute they meet. They have an electric bond that none of them can deny. In contrast to the ladies from Carter's past, Daphne is a welcome change of pace. The complex alliances and convoluted pasts that so frequently characterize the Forrester clan's life don't weigh on her. Rather, she provides Carter with clarity and serenity, which are much needed after years of emotional upheaval. A romance blossom. Innocently enough, they start dating over coffee and late-night brainstorming sessions at the Forrester office. Carter's life has been lacking a sense of humor for far too long, but Daphne's infectious laugh and sharp wit fill it. Carter, for his part, is captivated to Daphne's sincerity and the way she views him as a man with hopes, dreams, and vulnerabilities rather than as a lawyer or a confidant of Forrester. The two decide to investigate their feelings outside of the office as their bond grows. They share anecdotes about their pasts and future goals over a quiet dinner at a remote restaurant on their first date. Daphne discloses that she has traveled extensively throughout her life and has used her work as an escape from the agonizing memories of a failed engagement. Carter then talks candidly about his trust issues and the challenge of finding someone who appreciates him for who he is rather than what he can offer. Obstacles ahead. Of course, there are complexities in every romance in the world of the bold and the beautiful. Carter and Daphne's friendship starts to garner attention as they get closer. Though cautiously enthusiastic, Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester, who have always been protective of Carter, can't help but question whether Daphne's intentions are sincere. Eric, who has personally witnessed the harm that such entanglements may do, agrees with Ridge Forrester's concerns over the possible conflict of interest that arises when business and pleasure are combined. The abrupt return of Carter's ex-lover Paris Buckingham heightens the drama. Paris is surprised to see Carter moving on so fast because she has been secretly harboring regrets about how their relationship ended. Despite her initial declarations of happiness for him, friction between him and Daphne could arise due to her residual love for Carter. Even Daphne has secrets of her own. Aspects of her enigmatic history start to come to light as her friendship with Carter develops. Her unwillingness to talk about some parts of her life, a mysterious phone call, and a visit from an old friend all allude to unresolved problems that might endanger her newfound happiness with Carter. Carter's path to belief. The most difficult thing for Carter in this new relationship is regaining trust. He finds it difficult to let Daphne into his heart after years of disappointment and betrayal. He wonders if he's setting himself up for failure by falling in love so fast and worries that her secrets could cause him to experience another heartbreak. But Daphne turns out to be understanding and patient. No matter how long it takes, she promises Carter that she is committed to gaining his trust and that they are in this relationship for the long run. Her constant encouragement and unshakable faith in their bond gradually enable Carter to let down his guard and welcome the prospect of a future with her. A watershed moment. The pivotal moment in their relationship occurs when Carter and Daphne make their public debut together at a glitzy Forrester Creations charity dinner. The who's who of Los Angeles attend the glitzy event, and as they dance the night away, it's clear that the two have chemistry. But the night takes a sharp turn when Daphne's old coworker shows up without warning, raising suspicions about her background. Daphne is forced to open up about a challenging period of her life, a botched business transaction that damaged her reputation and undermined her faith in other people. Daphne's vulnerability draws Carter closer rather than farther away. Carter provides her with unrelenting support since he understands the agony of feeling misinterpreted and condemned. Their relationship is cemented in that instant, demonstrating that their love is resilient enough to face the most difficult challenges. True love's promise. Carter and Daphne's bond is becoming stronger as the weeks pass. In a world that frequently seems chaotic and uncertain, they become each other's rock, offering consolation and security. While Carter's unwavering devotion enables Daphne to face her past and welcome the future, Daphne's influence encourages Carter to regain his self-assurance and passion in both his professional and personal lives. The toxic cycles and ephemeral bonds that have defined so many of the relationships on The Bold and the Beautiful are contrasted with their passion. Rather, it is a tale of recovery, development, and the transformational potential of love. What will happen to Carter and Daphne next? Carter and Daphne's relationship provides a light of hope in a show that is frequently dominated by scandal and treachery, even if their journey is far from complete. Viewers will surely be cheering for this couple to overcome the obstacles and demonstrate that genuine love is achievable, even in the glitzy, high-stakes world of The Bold and the Beautiful, as they negotiate the difficulties that lie ahead. Carter sees Daphne as his opportunity to finally find the fulfillment he's been seeking, a companion who views him as a person deserving of love and respect, rather than just as a romantic potential. Carter gives Daphne a new beginning and the chance to create a life based on mutual respect and trust. They have the potential to become one of the most captivating and enduring couples on the program, showing us all that love can triumph even when faced with hardship. Fanny's perfume pitch, Daphne's debut, and Steffy's solution. Drama plays out in The Bold and the Beautiful's constantly changing tapestry with the dexterity of a symphony, with each character contributing to a dramatic crescendo of ambition, passion, and treachery. Steffy Forrester, who is usually a dominant force at Forrester Creations, takes center stage with a daring plan to resolve a long-standing family conflict as the new year sparks a new wave of intrigue. Meanwhile, Fanny, a quirky newbie, pitches an unusual perfume line that promises to upend the cosmetics sector, while Daphne, a fresh face, makes a striking debut. The show's skill in fusing personal stakes with professional goals is demonstrated by these overlapping plotlines, which captivate viewers with its blend of power struggles and emotional bonds. Steffy's approach: restoring a broken family. Steffy Forrester has always been a proactive lady who doesn't back down from a task. Steffy decides enough is enough when Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor's tensions rise once more. Her life has been plagued by her parents' erratic relationship, and the Forrester family is still feeling the effects of the collateral damage. Steffy devises a strategy to mediate a permanent settlement between Ridge and Taylor because she is determined to break the cycle of suffering and uncertainty. Her answer? A meditation retreat intended to make Ridge and Taylor face their emotions head-on without any outside distractions. Steffy plans a weekend away from the bustle of Los Angeles, packed with team-building activities, emotional conversations, and quiet times for introspection, all while taking place in an opulent cabin in the mountains. Despite initial skepticism, Taylor consents to take part because he sees it as a chance to get closure. Ever the cynic, Ridge first objects, but is eventually convinced by Steffy's passionate appeal for the sake of family harmony. But the refuge is far from tranquil. Ridge and Taylor's intense chemistry leads to both sweet moments and contentious disagreements, and old scars are resurrected. Steffy serves as an emotional support system and mediator, preventing her parents from avoiding the harsh realities. Her steadfast will to patch up the family conflict is evidence of her development as a leader and a daughter. Although there isn't a clear reconciliation at the conclusion of the weekend, viewers are left with optimism for a resolution later on because of Steffy's efforts to foster a deeper understanding between Ridge and Taylor. Daphne makes her debut, a rising star. A new character emerges amid the family conflict, drawing attention right away when she walks into Forrester Creations. Daphne is hired to supervise the debut of a groundbreaking fashion line targeted at younger, environmentally concerned clients. She is a clever and mysterious marketing specialist. Daphne immediately establishes herself as a formidable force with her exquisite flair and razor-sharp intellect. Carter Walton notices her entrance and becomes captivated by Daphne's charm and self-assurance. The Forrester team speculates that romance may be in the works as a result of their professional but undeniably chemistry-filled initial contacts. But Daphne isn't the type to combine work and play, at least not at first. She is determined to establish herself in the competitive world of high fashion, and she doesn't waste any time in doing so. Forrester Creations is given fresh life by Daphne's creative concepts and bold branding strategy. She suggests a daring campaign that challenges the established conventions of the fashion business and is focused on inclusivity and honesty. Her opinions are praised by Steffy and Zend, but they sometimes cause friction with Ridge and Eric, who are more traditional team members. Daphne's reputation as a rising star is cemented by her colleagues' appreciation for her ability to stand her position while maintaining decorum. Perfume pitch by Fanny, an odd bet. Another plotline emerges as Fanny, a vibrant and quirky businesswoman with a taste for the unusual, guides Forrester Creations through its most recent endeavors. Fanny brings a provocative idea to Forrester Creations, a perfume line based on the feelings of love and heartbreak. Despite being unorthodox, her presentation is unquestionably persuasive. The idea? A line of scents created to evoke the various phases of a romantic relationship, from the exhilarating rush of first love to the heartbreaking pain of a divorce. Vials of each fragrance, together with literary descriptions and in-depth backstories, are part of Fanny's theatrical performance. Steffy recognizes potential in Fanny's vision and chooses to give her a chance, despite the fact that several people in the room write her off as a flighty dreamer. Fanny's path to self-actualization is far from straightforward. There are moments of humor and annoyance as a result of her unconventional approaches colliding with the Forrester team's polished professionalism. Even her sharpest opponents are eventually won over by her unshakable zeal and distinct viewpoint. A touching reminder that creativity frequently arises from the most unlikely sources is provided by Fanny's story. Combining tales, relationships and effects. the interconnections of these plotlines weave a complex web of intrigue and drama as they develop. Steffy's resolve to heal her family aligns with her attempts to assist Daphne and Fanny in their own pursuits, demonstrating her development as a leader and a kind person. In addition to pushing the limits of what Forrester Creations can accomplish, Daphne's relationship with Carter adds a layer of romantic tension. Fanny's perfume line, meantime, turns into a wild card that might either completely transform the company or fail miserably. By bringing viewers into a world where every choice has consequences and every character has a part to play, the interaction of these narratives demonstrates the show's ability to strike a balance between personal and professional concerns. Every plot line contributes nuance and complexity to the overall drama, whether it is Steffy's unwavering desire to keep the family together, Daphne's pursuit of professional achievement, or Fanny's aspiration to make her mark in the field. Looking ahead, what will happen to the beautiful and the bold next? The Bold and the Beautiful's future will undoubtedly be shaped by the fallout from these incidents as the season goes on. Will the family conflict continue to simmer beneath the surface, or will Steffy's attempts to bring Ridge and Taylor back together result in enduring peace? Will Daphne's developing relationship with Carter flourish or fail under the burden of their individual baggage, and can she continue on her upward trajectory without giving in to the demands of her new role? What about Fanny's perfume line? Will it be a huge hit or a lesson in misguided ambition? With its complex fusion of love, ambition, and high-stakes drama, The Bold and the Beautiful universe is undoubtedly as intriguing as ever, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. Every plotline presents a different angle on the intricacies of interpersonal relationships and the pursuit of ambitions, whether it is Steffy's solution, Daphne's debut, or Fanny's perfume pitch. In this timeless tale of romance and power, viewers can anticipate more turns, twists, and memorable moments as the characters overcome the obstacles that lie ahead. Hope and Carter are knocked off their feet by Daphne the Nose, but Steffy is planning to destroy them. She shoved Taylor and slapped Ridge after he declared Brooke his enemy and refused to forgive her. Luna has feelings for Will. Ridge and Taylor tell Steffy that Brooke smacked him at Eric's, leaving his jaw hanging open. She is astonished. Ridge defends her actions, while Eric argues that she ought to have showed support and joined them on their departure. Ridge is adamant that Brooke cheated on them. They're not fools, Steffy claims, and they can see right through Brooke. Steffy already has a plan to oust Carter and Hope and take back the business. She returns to Forrester at the beginning of it all. Eric adores her dedication. According to Steffy, the business is their legacy. Steffy and Taylor argue that there isn't time for them to follow the law, but Ridge insists that they must. Hope and Carter told her she might return at any time, Steffy notes. She will take advantage of it, even if it was only for show. She will comply before stabbing them in the heart. They rant about Carter and Hope's hypocrisy and how they ought to be imprisoned. The less they know, the better, but Steffy is determined to defeat them. Everybody smirks. Remy and Carter kiss and discuss Fanny's samples for the new scent line at Forrester's Creations. As she walks, Fanny declares that she can provide them with precisely what they want. She mists them with a fragrance. They adore what she has discovered. Working with Forrester would be a dream for her. Abruptly, the front desk calls to let him know that Daphne Rose has arrived at the building. In Paris, her nose is the most well-known. Daphne enters the building with a sachet. When he sees her, an office drone's mouth drops, and Fanny exclaims, "Incroyable." They'll need to make this quick, she says as she walks confidently into the office and stares down her nose at everything. They were unaware of her arrival. She looks them over and adds, "Well, I'm here," declaring that she is there to assist. She removes her scarf and waves it in front of them when they inquire if she has samples. According to Hope, it's captivating. Forrester, Daphne says. They can get in touch with her while she's in town for a few days. She encounters Fanny as she leaves, tells her that the account belongs to her, and advises her to return to France right now if she ever wishes to work again. Fanny is told to go B&B by dawn. She's the best, Fanny says, agreeing. Hope and Carter are still in disbelief in the workplace and are perplexed by Daphne's unexpected appearance. They appreciate the scent Daphne left behind and her amazing vibrations. They apologize for allowing Daphne to interrupt when Fanny returns. She tells them that Daphne is a goddess and that if she offers to work with them, they should accept her offer. Steffy smells it at the Cliff House. She sees Daphne when she turns around. After discussing meeting up in Paris, Daphne announces that she has landed the job, but it isn't official yet. Steffy claims she's intoxicating and keeps smelling her. She inquires as to if Carter, her other mission, is attractive enough for her. He will be putty in her hands, according to Daphne. They chuckle. Elektra tells Bill how amazing his son is at his house. Luna almost topples a plant as she becomes enthused while staring at Will. Will wonders what it was when he hears the noise. Bill says he didn't hear anything. Elektra believes the cleaning crew must be to blame. Bill tells Elektra it was good to meet her and rushes them out the door, saying he has to get to work. Luna apologizes as she hurries down. Bill reminds her that not even his kid can find out she is under house arrest. She claims she has a lot of things to atone for, including kissing him and murdering others. She didn't understand. Bill claims that's not how he wants her. He considers her to be a daughter. He wants to mentor her and help her succeed by doing for her what he should have done for himself. She says she doesn't even know who she used to be. It felt as though I was out of my body. Stop thanking me, he says. She is always thanking him. Bill wants her to go by the rules but doesn't want any favors. Bill desires that Luna fly B&B. She smiles when she sees Will's picture on the mantle before he leaves to check in with the office. When Elektra and Will arrive at the office, she confesses that Bill was much more reserved and kind than she had anticipated. He advises her not to pay attention to what other people are saying about him. He regrets not paying him more visits at his large home. He is by himself. Will claims that his father is enigmatic and unpredictable. They embrace after she tells him he is her hero. Have you yet to join our Facebook groups for soap spoilers? Join our groups, which are devoted to recaps, spoilers, rumors, gossip, and comings and goings, to talk with other soap lovers who share your interests. Visit our official group for bold and beautiful lovers.